What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Naseem the Dream. Happy New Music Friday. We are going to react to a brand new track that has just dropped, and the track that I have chosen is from the one and only Japanese singer-songwriter Mitski, Bug Like an Angel. This is going to be her teaser to her upcoming record. I'm actually very excited for this one because Mitski is a very peculiar and profound artist. I just really adore what she really does when it comes to the storytelling ability, the character that she likes to play, especially during her performances live and just and such during her records or certain songs, you know, just the tones that she likes to really set and just be very cinematically present in the moment. I think it's just very interesting. There's not a lot of artists that I can really see like Mitski pulling off a lot of good stuff like this, and vocally, production wise, and aesthetically, she is a juggernaut. She is amazing. So Bug Like an Angel by Mitski. Let's get into it. Let's get it going in 3 and 2 and let's go. Going with some acoustic balladry.
There's a bug like an angel stuck to the bottom of my glass with a little bit left.
Shorty is possessed. Is no one seeing this? They're all just ignoring her. Oh, that's Jude. Jude does that. Oh, we got Mitski and the acoustics over there.
Hey, what's the matter? Looking like your sticker is stuck on a floor.
Wire was really in your face once it popped up. Wasn't expecting that.
Did you go and make promises you can't keep? Well, when you break them, they break you right back. Amateur mistake, you can take it from me. They break you right back. Break you right back. Making all variety of vows I'll never keep. I try to remember the wrath of the devil was also given him by God.
Tough to see what this is really trying to resemble. Is it really trying to be in your face with the religious innuendo? So I don't know if it's supposed to be defining some kind of point in life for this individual, because it's presented very comically, but I feel like everyone around there is just looking at this individual like, not just like she's crazy, but almost like sorrowful, like really empathizing with this woman. Well, definitely not the approach I was expecting. This is a very subtle and quiet and almost just like under the radar kind of track that we were really getting from Mitski. Definitely not the only heartbreaker kind of first teaser you get from the record, which is not a bad thing at all. It just wasn't what I was expecting, but I actually like this really dark tone, melancholy feel, that almost like this like hazy atmosphere, just like these undertones that just make everything just feel so gloomy and just dusty, but at the same time like defining it with so much beauty and just embellishing it with a lot of beautiful, like those choir vocals that I think add a really beautiful touch to it. And Mitski on her own is just majestic. She sounds amazing and beautiful. But let's just take a look at this. And she is very poetic when it comes to her songwriting. So let's see if I can figure out what she's trying to get at. For verse 1, there's a bug like an angel stuck to the bottom of my glass with a little bit left. As I got older, I learned I'm a drinker. Sometimes a drink feels like family. All right, so guys, check out this annotation. This is actually pretty interesting with her making this comparison for this bug to an angel, which an angel is supposed to represent a beautiful, immortal, virtuous being, quote unquote, right there. And then with the bug, you know, a disgusting, likely dead creature. And apparently this is supposed to resemble, in biblical terms, like in here, quote unquote, this is a likely call out to Lucifer, the fallen angel, who would eventually become the devil. Thus the narrative feels like they have had a similar fall from grace, once a high-flying thing, and now at the bottom of their life, becoming merely a destructive force. Furthermore, the bug being struck suggests the idea that these mistakes continue to stay with them, despite attempts otherwise. And then following this, as I get older, I learn I'm a drinker. Sometimes a drink feels like I'm family. So this is definitely battling alcoholism. I feel like the whole thing. So that must have been happening with the imagery for that old woman. She's most likely hammered. It makes sense just because of the way she looks inebriated, the way she's walking around, falling all over the place, you know, making funny faces. So definitely intoxicated in that moment. But yeah, just the way everyone was looking at her, it's almost felt like it was just like normal and they just didn't really care to do anything about it. Maybe it's because they felt like this person wasn't really doing anything about it. But based off this analogy that she's making right here, it seems like they just kind of just submitted to defeat, because no matter what they would try, it just wouldn't work. With the verse 2, hey, what's the matter? Looking like your sticker is stuck on the floor somewhere. Did you go and make promises you can't keep? Well, when you break them, they break you right back. Amateur mistake, you can take it from me. And then with this other annotation, they are possibly suggesting that this has something to do with a romantic conflict with this person giving their heart to somebody and most likely being abused through this, not really being treated well because of the heart. The sticker is one heart, with the floor being a lover. Stickers typically only end up on the floor on accident, which could be the point to the lover in this scenario not being the right one, or the relationship not working out. That's actually a good thought about it. I think that could really work. Just because it seems like there's going to be a lot of life events and references to alcoholism, of what it could really do to a person. So maybe that's another thing why maybe this person was getting better by finding love and possibly getting on the path of becoming better, but then it just didn't really go well and probably just relapsed and fall right back into the addiction, which is very, very sad. And it just really makes sense when you look at this line, well, when you break them, they break you right back, when it comes to referring to the promises. So yeah, it definitely seems like something under the person that they trusted has hurt this individual. And then with verse 3, when I'm bent over wishing it was over, making a variety of vows I'll never keep, I try to remember the wrath of the devil was also given him by God. So I actually didn't really take Mitski as much of a religious individual. It seems like she is really coming about with this scenario from a religious perspective. So in this stanza, it's pretty clear, with some support from this annotation right here, that Mitski regrets being drunk. She's willing it to be over. She went overboard, and she probably feels sick, nauseous, all the stuff that really comes out with whenever you intoxicate with something. You go a little bit too overboard, you're just ready for it to be over and just sober up and just probably go to bed. And they even show this image right here going about with the term bent over, which could be a, right on here, quote unquote, mimic of the imagery of praying. See, this is what I mean. When it comes to Mitski, I feel like this is one of the artists that would really just like to think out of the box and try to just double down on herself into evolving into a better writer by coming up with more poetic justice to her songwriting. And then with this last one, I try to remember the wrath of the devil was also given him by God. Not necessarily taking responsibility for these actions, more so saying that it's due to the pursuit of the devil, whatever, which is pretty much an action that is influenced by the devil, which is pretty much what is going on here. That much of a feel-good track. It is very beautiful. I think the singing all around, front to back, especially with the choir backups, are really, really beautiful. They had a really nice touch. It was a great idea to have the vocal processing very minimal for Mitski, because she is already a very talented singer, and I think a lot of this really works on here, with the acoustics mainly just following along. Very minimal instrumentation on here too, which I think is really great, because the dynamic, especially when the choir vocals really dive in. It feels very full, and it feels like there's a lot more that is presented in this sequence. So I think that's also very impressive from a productive standpoint. So yeah, based off this introduction, it seems like we're going to be in a train for a pretty sad album. But honestly, sad stories are the best stories in my opinion. They really pull on the heartstrings. So let's see what Mitski's got for this one. So far so good. I am really enjoying this track. Bug Like an Angel, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of this track. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more content. And much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Doses.
There's a bug